Alrighty, this is what we have going on in the crock pot. It's going to cook all night on slow. Don't have a clue what I'm making yet. Could be just chicken, nice healthy dinner. Could be chicken and dumplings. I don't know. But anywho, we have already put this big bird in here. I have added some pink Himalayan salt. I have added peppercorns. I have added a little bit of rosemary. Maybe that'll zoom in here in a minute. Nope, it's gonna give me fits. But anyway, that's rosemary. I added a little bit of this Montreal chicken because we love this. And the good old Mennonite garlic powder here. So I put a little bit of that in there. Again, I didn't measure anything. I just did a little bit of this and a little bit of that till it looked like it was where I wanted it to be. On the inside of the bird, I put a 3/4 stick of butter. And now I'm going to add, well, if I turn it around where you guys can see it, we're gonna add some chicken broth and some water. And as I said, it's gonna cook all night and we'll see what I come up with later. So come back. Hey, I am back and I slept on it, and like I told you guys last night, I was gonna let the chicken cook all night long, which it did. I cut it off about 7 a.m. this morning, so it cooked all night long. It was falling off the bone, and I decided to go with chicken and dumplings. I hadn't even told Charlie yet, so we're gonna do chicken and dumplings. That's one of his favorites. Carter loves it. My son loves it. Everybody loves chicken and dumplings. I love chicken and dumplings. So I'm not going to be so good this time. I guess I'm going to cheat a little bit, but that's okay. You can cheat every now and then. Chicken's still healthy, right? Okay, so I'm going to bring you guys along with me. Let's get started. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to tell you what I have, what I'm using right now. Again, everybody knows by now that I love peppercorns, so I have about 1.5 teaspoons of peppercorns in my bowl. Also love pink Himalayan salt, and I have a teaspoon and a half in the bowl. So I'm going to put these in here in my flour. This is going to be my dumpling mixture. So I'm just going to whisk that around really good. Now people do it different ways. I like to actually use the broth, the warm broth from my chicken, and that's what I'm going to put in here to mix it all up. So let's do that. So you all know that Kimberly is a messy cook, so you can probably see here that I have a paper plate and I've spilled some broth on it, but I like to use the warm broth. Now I have put 2 cups of broth. There are 3 cups of self-rising flour in my bowl, 3 cups. 2 cups of broth, and I'm only gonna pour it in a little at a time and then kind of see where I wanna be. I like to make a little well there. And I'm gonna take about half of this. So about 1 cup, okay? And we'll see where we are as far as consistency. So I'm just gonna stir in 1 cup of the chicken broth. And I can see that I'm going to need more. Okay, so let's go ahead and do about half of that. So that's going to be about 1.5 cups total thus far of warm chicken broth. There I go, splashing flour everywhere. Okay, And that is going to be the consistency that I want. Perfect. So I used 3 cups of flour and I used 1.5 cups of warm broth. And this is the consistency that we have. I hope that you can see that, but it's kind of like sticking to the spoon. It's not coming off. So that's exactly what I want. And now we're gonna put it on some foil. All right, so here it goes out of the bowl and onto our aluminum foil. And I did add a little bit of flour to the foil just in hopes that it wouldn't stick. And I have a little bit of flour right here so that I can use it to pat these out with so they don't stick all over my hands. So like I said, I like to do my own dough. A lot of people will do this using biscuits, and it's yummy that way. I always did it this way. I've done it both ways. I did it with biscuits. Actually at the campground, I did it with biscuits. So tonight I wanted to go back to this way. So we're just gonna roll these out. Y'all come along, watch me, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, I guess you guys saw that I didn't have out quite enough flour and I was adding a little bit more as I went along. And that was just to keep it from sticking to the foil into my hands. Now I'm just gonna take a pizza cutter and I'm just gonna cut them. No rhyme or reason, they don't have to be perfect. I'm hoping they don't stick when I pick them up. I do not like mine real thick. That's totally up to you, how thick you like them. That's your preference, you know. You like a thick dumpling or a thinner dumpling. I like mine a little on the thinner side. So, whoops, that went a little crazy. Whoa. All right. Like I said, they don't have to be perfect. Okay, so we have our dumplings cut and ready to go in our broth mix. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you guys over to the stovetop with me. All right, follow me. Okay, we are over top of our broth right now. You can see that it is a good boil, and that's the way I like it because I'm gonna get these dumplings in there and get them going first. And we're just gonna dump them in a little at a time. They're sticking a little bit on me, but that's okay. I don't like to take a bunch and wad them up in there because I like to give them a little bit of time for separation so they don't just, you know, bundle up and make a big old mess. Okay, so you can see how they're starting to fluff already. And again, remember I did use self-rising flour. All right, so I'm gonna get the rest of these off of here and I'll be right back. Okay, so my dumplings are in and I've been stirring them periodically. Some of them did stick to the foil, so some of them will be a little bit thicker than what I actually like, but you can see how they're fluffing up really nicely. Like I said, they don't have to be perfect, but there's our dumplings. All right. So those are cooking. I guess I should have cleaned up my mess over here before I brought you guys back, huh? But I didn't. I think they say good cooks are messy cooks. I hope that's the case anyway, because if that's the case, then I must be a really good cook, because I'm really messy. I think I dirty up everything in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you that I'm going to put in the chicken now. This chicken was, I can't remember the exact poundage, but I think it was like a 3-pound bird, and it made 6 cups. Now, I'm a very, very picky person when it comes to my chicken, so I probably throw away a lot more than most people do. I do not like the skin. I do not like the slime. I do not like the gristle, and I do not like a lot of dark meat. So there's probably a lot less in here than I could. Well, I know there's a lot less because I had a lot left over. But this made 6 cups. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle that in a little bit. It just fell apart, y'all. It cooked all night long. And it fell apart. So let's put about that much in there. And I'm going to stir that in around a little bit with our dumplings. See how we're looking. Okay. So we're getting a nice broth. That should thicken even more as it cooks. And we'll go ahead and put the rest of our chicken in here. All right. So we have chicken and dumplings cooking in the house. Yes. Yummy, yummy. All right, guys, I'm gonna let these cook for a minute and I'll bring you back shortly. All right, these bad boys are almost done. I just wanted you guys to come in and take a look at these. I have turned my burner down. I have it on about 4, but I'm fixing to go down to 2 right now. So about medium-ish, a little bit less than medium on my burner, on my settings. But look at those. Now, I have been stirring occasionally in between because if you don't, they're gonna stick to the bottom. So just keep in mind, stir them periodically, quite a bit actually, and just keep that off the bottom. And look, they're perfect. I can't wait to eat them. Whew. Well, I'm done slaving over the chicken and dumplings, so now it's time for Charlie to give his final say-so. See how hard I worked?
You are the messiest daggum cooker I ever seen in my life.
I told you, I dirty up everything in the kitchen. Even you.
What you doing?
All right, it's Charlie's turn to take a bite. Get a good dumpling out of there.
A good one?
Mm-hmm.
They're all good, but no such thing as a bad dumpling.
I do make a mess, don't I?
Yeah, you're definitely a mess. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know if that's good or bad, y'all.
I gotta try it again. Hold on.
Maybe I'll
Chicken
have a
and
bite.
dumplings. Oh my god.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good.
Even if I did make them myself, they're delicious.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
They're good.
Why don't you make this more often?
Mm. Mm. Those are so good.
Why don't you make them more often?
I don't know. Maybe I'll start.
Be nice.
Mm. Anywho, that's Kimberly's kitchen cooking tonight, chicken and dumplings. But y'all, before I leave, I've got to tell y'all something. I have become an Aldi's shopper. I don't know if you guys are, but if you are not, go to Aldi's, start shopping Aldi's. They've got some really cool finds. They have the Isle of Shame. I'm a member of the Isle of Shame. It's a club on Facebook, group rather. Anywho, in that group, I heard about this. So today I went to Aldi's and I found it. Oh my gosh. Everything bagel jalapeno. Oh, I can't wait to try that. What do you think, Charles?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. We put we like to take that everything, well, we do everything bagel on a lot of different things. But one thing we do like to do is we like to put it on cream cheese and put it on the smoker. And so I cannot wait to put this jalapeno. I even tasted it and it's got a nice kick and I cannot wait to cook with it. So as soon as I come up with something, guess what? I'm bringing you guys with me.
I'm ready to fire up a smoker.
Me too. We're gonna fire up some fire at the campground this weekend.
That's right.
So be watching for the next video on that one too. All right, you guys, I think we're gonna get off here and finish our chicken and dumplings. And until next time. Come camping with us? Maybe, I don't know.
Come camping with us.
Come on along. We see you on the next video. Y'all have a good night.